My brother convinced my parents to cut me out of the will. I let them. Then they found out what I actually built without them. My father called me into the living room on a Sunday afternoon and told me with a straight face that they were updating the estate documents. I sat down across from him. My mother was on the sofa next to my brother Jordan, not quite meeting my eyes. Your brother has raised some concerns, my father said, folding his hands on the table. We've decided to restructure the distribution. The house, the accounts, the investment portfolio, it all goes to Jordan. I looked at my father, then at Jordan, who had the exact expression of a man trying not to smile. What concerns? I asked. My father shifted in his seat. Jordan tells us you've been struggling financially, that you've had some issues we weren't aware of. He mentioned some debts, and I looked at Jordan and I knew immediately there were no debts. I had never told my family what I was building because I had learned early that anything I shared with Jordan became ammunition. 2 years before that Sunday, he had used a conversation about my work to undercut me with a potential investor we had both been pursuing separately. So I had gone quiet. I had stopped sharing, and apparently Jordan had filled that silence with whatever story suited him best. I asked my father directly, have you seen any evidence of these debts? He cleared his throat. We trust your brother. He's been helping us manage the estate closely. Jordan nodded next to him. I sat with that for a moment. Then I said, all right. My father blinked. That's it, I said. I picked up my jacket and walked out without another word. I sat in my car for 4 minutes. Then I drove back to my office. Here is what Jordan didn't know. For the past 4 years, I had been building a B2B software company with 2 partners. We had started it in a rented room with a whiteboard and a shared laptop. We bootstrapped every cent. We paid ourselves just enough to stay alive for the first 18 months. Jordan knew I had left my corporate job. He had told my parents that was the instability, the warning sign, the proof that I was spiraling. What he didn't know was that 2 weeks before that Sunday afternoon, we had signed a letter of intent with a private equity firm. The acquisition was valued at $6.2 million. My share was 34%. I had said nothing to my family because the deal was under NDA and because I had learned that silence was my sharpest tool. So I let the will stand. I let Jordan have his moment. I kept working. The deal closed 11 weeks later. I received my share. I bought a property in cash. I hired a wealth manager. I started a second venture. And I did not call my parents. I did not call Jordan. I went completely quiet and let the work speak for itself. It spoke loudly enough. 4 months after the acquisition closed, the announcement went public in a trade publication. My name was in the article. My photo was next to it. My company, my deal, my number. Jordan saw it first. He called me within an hour and his voice had a quality I had never heard in it before. Something between disbelief and panic. Why didn't you tell us? I let the silence sit for a moment. Then I said, you told mom and dad I had debts, Jordan. He started explaining. Said he was worried about me. That he was protecting the family. That he didn't know. I stopped him. You didn't want to protect the family from the truth, Jordan. You wanted to protect your share from me. He went quiet. My mother called that evening. My father called the next morning. His voice was different, measured in a way it hadn't been on that Sunday afternoon. He said they wanted to revisit the estate documents. That Jordan had perhaps overstated some things. That family was family. I listened to every word without interrupting. Then I told him the truth. The will is yours, Dad. Do whatever you want with it. I don't need it. I never needed it. That's what I spent 4 years trying to show you. He didn't say anything for a long moment. Then he asked if I would come for dinner. I told him I'd think about it. I haven't gone yet. Maybe I will eventually, but not yet. Jordan calls occasionally. I let it ring. He sent a long message once explaining himself, apologizing, saying he had been jealous, that he felt left behind, that he made a mistake. I read it twice and put the phone down. I'm not angry. I want to be clear about that. I'm not sitting somewhere nursing this. I'm sitting in an office with my name on the lease working on something that matters, surrounded by people who never needed me to prove myself before they believed in me. The will has their names on it. That's fine. I built something worth more than whatever was in it, and I did every bit of it without them.